The tomb has one of the most difficult main quest Easter eggs in Black Ops 6. So today we're jumping in and I'm giving you the best tips and tricks, and showing you a weapon that can break 2 Sentinel artifacts in one phase of the boss fight. You're gonna want to stick around to the end, this is a good one. And here we are. Boy oh boy, people have a lot to say about the tomb, as do I. Now I do want to preface this as this is not gonna be my official walkthrough. I will kind of walk you through the map and kind of show you how these steps work, but I am in the middle of testing out every step of this Easter egg to the best of my abilities and trying to figure out the best strategies, exactly how they work, and any other sort of tips that might help you complete it. I'd rather not rush out a guide just in case I don't want to spread that misinformation. One thing that is for certain is that this map is one of the hardest ones in Black Ops 6. And if you ask me, that's kind of a breath of fresh air. There are a lot of people who are really good at zombies that have been failing this Easter egg. In fact, the first day it was released, I actually live streamed, which you should totally go check out that live stream. It was me and Stanley557 with J Money and Lego, and we were discovering the Easter egg for ourselves, and of course with the help of chat. But this was the first boss fight in quite a while that we actually failed and died on. And yes, it is a very difficult boss fight, but I hope that I have it down. I hope that I have the best tips and tricks for you, so you guys are definitely going to want to stay around until the boss fight. Something else that makes this map really difficult, if you ask me, is the door prices, man. Like, they are so expensive. Each door is like 2,000, over 2,000 points. Look at that, that's 2,500 points. And then if we go to this one, as we go deeper into it, this one I think is like 27, right? Yeah, 2750 for this door. It's crazy. Now, there's not a lot of doors, so that makes sense, but I feel like I am really strapped for points during this quest, and honestly, I really like that. Also because there are a lot of side quests and Easter eggs to really help you get ahead. And you might be wondering, Donuts, what do you think of the map? What are your first impressions? And I have to say, I think this map is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, look at that. I don't think I've ever got these zombies before just not on here. That's so cool. This area specifically, I know it's really hard to tell, but it really reminds me of like a God of War, the new God of War type area. This really cliffside cave feel. Oh, it's wonderful. But now it's time to use the amulet that we got during Citadel and open up this doorway, and then we can go into the dark ether for the very first time, not including Liberty Falls. And my oh my, I wish it wasn't a bug round, but this is still just this is the spectacle that was missing. Oh, that's so cool. I love the way the vermin crawl, and look at that. Oh, wonderful. This is part of the spectacle that I think was missing in like Cold War, and it's definitely brought back. However, one of the biggest tips, if you get nothing else from this video, the biggest tip I have for you is do not ever Pack-a-Punch 1 on the tomb, just with the regular Pack-a-Punch machine. It is completely useless. Instead, you want to shoot, I think it's that rock, and then there are 5 rocks that you need to shoot that are going to be spinning around here, some of them faster than the other ones, but once you shoot 5 of them, you're going to get a free cryo freeze and a free Pack-a-Punch crystal right there. So it is absolutely a waste of points if you Pack-a-Punch right away with just your regular points. There is also a free ether tool if you freeze this waterfall and that waterfall with cryo freeze. However, if you wait until round, oh, of course, the double points, let's go. If you wait until I think round 10, it will be a what is it, epic tool? Yeah, it'll be a purple tool. So I'm loving the side quests on this map. And speaking of side quests, we are going to start the ice staff quest, and unfortunately that involves a little bit of a tedious setup. Now I think this ice staff quest is one of the most difficult quests here. There's a lot of lockdowns involved. The last lockdown of this is crazy, but the first step involves this one what do you call it, etheric lamp. That's what it is. So we need to somehow move these lanterns around. There's one right there, there's one hung up there, there is a well, yep, there you go. There's one right there, and then there's one here, and we want this one to be activated. Now, unfortunately, I've done this, like I said, like this is probably my 5th or 6th time doing this, and it seems as though it rotates through all of the other lamps in this room until it gets to that one. It could be me just getting very unlucky, but that seems to be how it goes. And the way you get it to rotate to that one is just by destroying the crystal. They are on, I think it's like a 30 to 45 second cooldown, and then they go to a different one in the room. room. Now, once this does illuminate and the crystal grows back, we are going to need to push to round 8. Oh, there we go. We will go to round 8 because round 8, we're going to get this electric mimic, and this electric mimic is going to drop us something very, very important. It's going to be this monocle, which will allow us to see the Roman numerals on this wall painting here. And we're just gonna need to follow these Roman numerals 1 to whatever it is. There's 3, we're gonna go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is going to start a lockdown. It's actually quite a fast lockdown. It's like 5 or 6 lockdowns in quick succession. And they are going to spawn in a bunch of parasites, vermin, and eventually it'll spawn mimics and doppelgast. Now, the big tip I have for you here is that this really isn't that hard of a lockdown. Just kill all the purple zombies. However, every single time I do this lockdown, I run out of ammo. So be sure, especially if you have a pack-a-punched 1 gun, be sure to have at least a couple thousand points in your, well, just points to your person, so that way you can buy ammo, because both of these rooms have ammo caches. There is like that little purple aura across the room. Oops, sorry, there's a doppelgast now. I think you're able to leave and it will actually cancel itself out. I was able to leave at least during co-op, but I haven't tested that out, nor do I want to test it out right now. After 3 of them, you'll get a full armor. Just keep killing all the purple zombies. It shouldn't be too difficult. I do wish these specials dropped ammo, that way you didn't have to buy ammo all the time. There you go, there's our first time buying some more ammo, and this should be our last little sequence here. It really, like, it doesn't take too long, and especially for this map, if this map really is supposed to be, oh my goodness, thank you so much, I appreciate ya. Well, glad I didn't buy a perk then. Like I said, this map is really tricky. Maybe I should have bought Jug first, but I was just distracted by my commentating. There is, once that's all done, you have a max ammo and the first piece of the ice staff. And then what we can do is we can go to the other side of the map and do the exact same thing. Now, I already opened this up and luckily we've got this crystal here right away. I did have to shoot this one, but this is the second one it was on, so go us. And now you can see we have another Roman numeral challenge here. Luckily, I've got a decoy that I can throw and hopefully distract all of them with, and we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I guess I should probably lock in here and not embarrass myself by going down again. All right, last one here. We're gonna get a bunch of doppelgasts. Well, 2 doppelgasts. Oh, now we're out of ammo. The ammo crate is back here. Let's refill. We're gonna get the shock mimic. I'm gonna go through this way, try to get all these guys. Nice and easy. Don't do that to me, mimic. Here's another doppelgast. There's quite a bit of room for you to roam around, so don't be too afraid to move around. It should be fine wherever you go. And then that's the last doppelgast, and then we've just got a spider, and there we go. That is the last piece of the ice staff and this max ammo. And now we have the most difficult part of this entire quest, which is going to be crafting the ice staff. I know, it's weird. I will get Jug for this, and what you need to do is you need to go up to this thing, which I think is from Vanguard Zombies, and interact with it, and that is going to start a little defense sequence where we need to defend the Staff of Ice. Now, most of the zombies are going to be chasing after you, so just pay attention. I like to train kind of in this area down here, and as you'll notice, the parasites are crazy. There are so many parasites, so I just kind of like to train around here. Just make sure once you see like the Staff of Ice take damage, kind of go look at that guy. Okay, shoot him, kind of train around here. Let's get some armor back on. Maybe use an Ether Shroud. Okay, that was a weird little burst here, but as you can see, there you go. Almost there. Let's take out some of these parasites. We can do a little decoy. That'll help me, but it won't help the Staff of Ice. We need to kill all the parasites. There you go. That'll help out quite a bit. Make sure nothing's on the ice staff anymore. Man, they're spawning in so frequently. Okay, let's do another Ether Shroud. Can we get it? Can we get it? Can we get it? I think we got it. I think we got it. That looks like we got it. Let's kill all these zombies. Oh, it's so close. It's so close. Come on. Oh, no, it's spawning more. Donuts, no, you're running out of stuff. Oh, this is so many. This is so many zombies. So many parasites. So many parasites. There we go. We are out of armor, which is not good. This is the longest lockdown I've ever had in my life. Come on, go donuts, go. We're out of ammo. How are we out of ammo? We're out of everything. Like I said, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. Let's get some more ammo. Let's get that parasite off of him. Okay, and I think that was it. Okay. Part of me thinks, part of my theory, this is why this is not a walkthrough here, but first of all, let's do this. Yeah, look at that. I think what I'm finding is that you need to kill the zombies that are going after the ice staff. I think that's what progresses that step, because I've had that step complete a lot faster than that and also slower than that. So it's very, very interesting, but we did it. And that's the important part. That is a challenge. Like, this map is not going to be easy. There's not going to be like a really relaxed, casual playthrough of this map. You're going to need to be completely ready for all of these things. And I am going to test out my theory about this being at round 10, because here we are, just like the Liberty Falls little side quest turns into a rare ether tool at round 10. I'm going to see if at round 10 we freeze these things, that becomes, oh, it's a rare ether tool. Okay, well, we can grab that. I've had it on round 11 be an epic ether tool, so maybe round 11 I'll have to test that out. Like I said, this isn't a walkthrough yet. We don't know everything. We're testing stuff out. Now, this is the part where every single person was stuck on, because the next step is upgrading the ice staff, but people were able to do this accidentally. And so we had no idea how to progress. We knew people were progressing. We just didn't know exactly how people were doing it. And turns out the next step of this quest is to freeze 3 of these lanterns in quick succession. Now, it doesn't matter which 3, but I'm gonna try these 3 because these 3 seem to be really consistent for me every single game. Like, there's that one, and then you should get a quote from Archibald. Beautiful. Now, what that is going to do is that is going to allow us to see the symbols on these rocks here, which you cannot convince me is not a troll, because Kevin Drew said, hey, we're not doing any more shooting the rock steps, and here we are shooting the rocks. Now, it's obviously more obvious, and that's not what we were talking about, but I still find it funny. Okay, so these are the Modern Warfare 3 fast travel symbols here. So we've got a hangman symbol there. I think that's the dinosaur. That's right. That's the dinosaur to me. Everyone has their own different names for these things. The 3 rocks that they're on are random every game, and you do have to kind of walk around a little bit and see where they're at. Aha, there's the last one. So we had the dinosaur, we had the hangman guy, and this is the pizza. Sweet. And what that is going to do, one of these other rocks is going to move to the center here as a little platform directly underneath this thing, and then one of these portals is going to deactivate, and it's the red one. Okay, the red one by the quick revive. So then we'll go into here, and that's the symbol, but I think I'm going to go get speed cola first. Speed cola is really useful in this Easter egg. And now all we need to do is input the symbols that we had. So we had a dinosaur, we had the hangman on its side, and then we had pizza. Now, if you do this wrong, as far as I'm aware, if you shoot the wrong symbols, what happens is it will teleport you off of the platform and you will take a lot of damage or die. But if you do it correctly, you'll land on this platform and you can interact with this little wisp. I forgot to upgrade my weapon to purple rarity. That is not a good thing, because this requires you to stay really close to it, which requires a lot of damage for your weapon, which we might not have. The most important thing is you really do want to be close to this thing as it's going on. It goes on this set path with set spawns, and at the very end there's an amalgam that you need to deal with, and it is really tough. A lot of people are having a problem upgrading this and doing this quest, and I kind of like that. You know, we've been asking for a long time to have a harder zombies map, and we finally have one, and it's really cool to see. Now there's gonna be, oh, I'm out of ammo. Oh goodness me, I'm out of ammo. That's not good. Okay, and we just missed the ammo crate. Okay, well, that's not good. We'll just have to use this guy as best we can, right? Let's go ahead and do this. I'm sure we can survive with just this ice staff, right? The base ice staff is good. You can clearly slow the amalgams, and you could kill regular zombies too, so I'm only slightly not worried about it. Hopefully we don't need to actually kill this amalgam, because the base staff is not really good at that. It's really good at it if you upgrade it. Well, really good, relatively speaking. But that should be it. Yeah, let's go, donuts. And then after the whole ordeal, you go here, interact with this, and it will suck out the dark ether energy, and we have upgraded the ice staff. How fun is that? It's so good. I love the small map because it's a gameplay challenge. You need to be prepared for all of these things. It does not go light on the challenge, and I absolutely love it. So let's get some more ammo. slow. And now we can get going on the main quest, which is going to require the alt fire, which usually heals players, but we're going to use it to go to the vermin statue and then shoot this blue crystal, activate it, and that's going to activate a lockdown at the corresponding special enemy statue in the overworld. So for the vermin, it's going to be in the spawn area, the blue portal, and while we're here, we can upgrade this to purple rarity. I hope I have enough salvage for a self-revive. I got to remember that. This is all really scary, but then we can start this vermin thing, and a lot of people saying this is difficult because you got to kill a lot of vermin. Well, that's a lot of vermin, but we also have this awesome wonder weapon. I absolutely love how the ice staff is shaking with how much power is in it. It feels so darn good. And then we do have a limited number of time to kill a lot of vermin here, but luckily we can do it. Now this, I'll do this really quick. We have to transfer this energy to the dark ether, but this portal, the closest portal always closes, so you won't be able to use it. So we need to transfer this energy, sort of like the ether canister step from Liberty Falls. We need to transfer this back to the dark ether to that pedestal. Luckily, if you use any of these side pedestals, it should be fine. Let's just kill these zombies here. If you get hit while you have that, it will go away. I don't think if you get hit once it'll go away. I think it's a certain amount of threshold or something, but there you go. Okay, now this one is activated because we did it, and oh man, that's so cool. And you have to go in order. Now that the vermin is done, we have to do the parasites next because they're the next step in the evolution. So we shoot it with the healing thing, we interact with it, and now we've got to do the parasite version. Now this one I think is the most difficult. If we go ahead and initiate it, what we have to do is we have to let the parasites spawn in, and then once we kill them, they will usually drop a little purple orb, sort of like the Beam Smasher quest from Terminus. There you go. And what we need to do is simply walk over it and then collect it just like so. The hard problem that I have had in the past with it is sometimes these orbs just don't want to drop. I have a good time. I don't have a hard time killing the parasites. I feel like it's fine, although I am out of armor, which is very concerning. But 9 times out of 10, I get this done. But occasionally there will be a moment where I just don't have enough of those little wisps and stuff. But luckily, when you do pick this up, which you don't need to have a button or anything, you just walk over it and you pick it up, you can be charging the ice staff and releasing these charge blasts even when you're holding these things. So really good for them to do that. Makes it really fun. We've got 20 seconds left. We should be pretty close. I think MZC said you need 10 of these guys, so hopefully, oh, did I not pick that up? Okay, hopefully this will be enough. Maybe. Okay, let's go get this one. Hopefully this is enough. Like I said, all right, there we go. And then we could take this guy, and then of course that portal's gonna close, so we need to go over to another portal, and we could use the ice staff to blast away these guys if you want. You could use regular weapons too, it doesn't matter. And then I know which statue it is by going to the clockwise one. There you go, there's our parasite, and then this wisp is gonna go up here. The energy is gonna infuse with this pillar, and then it's gonna shock this middle thing with energy. Oh yeah, that's great. And now we can go on to the next one, which is the Doppelgast. Interact with it. Okay, good. We've got a, whatchamacallit, max ammo round, which is great. I think I'm gonna want some tier 2 armor, so I'm gonna go head back to spawn real quick. We'll get tier 2 armor. And a little pro tip that I have for you is, you see these purple mushrooms? They start off green, but every round they have a chance to grow. Once they're purple, they spawn these little parasite bug type things. They drop like kill streaks and different weapons if you want that are higher level rarity, but most importantly, they can drop perks. I've gotten 3 perks in one game by diligently like meleeing these guys open. If you shoot them open, they will guarantee you salvage. Perfect example, stamina up, let's go. So it's not uncommon. It is not uncommon at all to get perks from these guys. Now, obviously it's not uncommon to get like ammo and weapons and other useless stuff, but if you want just that little extra edge to get set up, that is definitely a thing you can do. There are in fact a lot of side quests on this map that I'm in love with, and we will explore a couple before the boss fight too. But first we have to do this Doppelgast lockdown, which funnily enough you cannot do during a bug round. as noted by the red pillar of light here. And you know what? I think I'm gonna buy some armor. I know I rarely do it, but I just feel really scared for this map. But now that it's not a bug round, we can initiate this trial, and this trial is one of the easiest ones. All you need to do is kill doppelgasts, and the charged ice staff does a great job, if you couldn't tell. But these little, I guess, sparks of light from the ground, they are basically the same thing that the doppelgast has. It's that little explosion. So if you're anywhere near those little lights on the ground, it will spark up with you, kind of like fireworks, honestly, and it'll slow you down just like the doppelgast did right there. Not too bad. It doesn't drain health for me. It just makes you slow, and then, you know, obviously other zombies deal attack damage to you. Now, doing this makes me wonder, is this gonna be kind of the new meta way of getting opal? Because if you fail this step, say you get like, I don't know, however many doppelgasts you need to finish this, or -1, and then you like exit it or something, you cancel out of it, will that be like an amazing opal camo grinding strategy? Who knows? And then if you save and quit, you do that, that could be faster than directed mode. Potential stuff to look into, you know? But we'll give the light here, very good. This will go up, another awesome beam of light, and then we can move on to the doppelgast. The doppelgast is the amalgam. And this last pillar is in this beautiful area, and it's actually pretty fun. So you're going to interact with it, and it's going to spawn in an HVT amalgam. And now this amalgam has a lot of damage, but luckily it takes a lot of damage from the ice staff charged shot. It will become immune, and it will, well, as you saw, it will attach a shield around itself. And the way you break that shield is by killing this zombie, and it will break the shield. I know that's horribly to see right now, but yeah, we've almost got it done. Look at that. Okay, so shield, we've got to kill the zombie. Well, the ice staff just kind of goes crazy here, you know, so there's a zombie attached to the shield. Like I said, this is not a guide or walkthrough. This is, you know, just for funsies, just to explore the new map with you guys. We'll go through here, use the ice staff, kill the zombies. That should be good. We can slide on into the dark ether, and then we go to the last pillar that's not illuminated. Make sure we don't get hit by anything, and then there you go. And that's the last pillar that we can use. Electrify that, and then that crystal is going to direct a beam of energy over here to this magical portal or little rune type thing. You can see all of the different bosses that we charged up with the ether energy. We interact with this thing right here, and this will open up the bridge all the way to the boss fight. Now, how many of you beautiful people want me to do the boss fight with just a Pack-a-Punch 1 epic tool gun and no perks? Maybe not now. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Archibald here is going to lose his life to a mimic, one of the absolute worst ways to go. And we're gonna need to get set up before we do this. And as you can see, we're only on round 15, so I think this is what they said when they meant that this is sort of like Liberty Falls, where the Easter egg is pretty short, but man, like I said, it's challenging. Every step of this way has been kind of nail biting for me. Like, this is not a throw zombies on and just kind of casually do an Easter egg, at least not yet. This is gonna take some serious effort to practice and get down, and this feels like an actual challenge, which is so refreshing. And we're not even really to the hardest part yet, because this boss fight is so punishing. It is so punishing if you do something wrong. Also noteworthy, this is the second map that has moving Pack-a-Punch. Terminus has it, but it has it in a more mystifying sense here. The Pack-a-Punch is at spawn, and then it could also be here in the dark ether. How lovely of an example that was. You guys want to see what the ice staff does against the amalgam, don't you? Right, check that out. So in the early rounds, it's actually really good being able to kill him in that one shot. At high rounds, it's not that great, but it's still good to slow down the amalgam, and then you can lay into it with like Shadow Rift or Deadwire or something. And now that we have the salvage for it, I'm gonna get a self revive, and then I'm gonna start doing some SAM trials to get even more salvage so we can get to a legendary rarity even faster, because naturally we're just gonna get to round 26 for the, or 25 for the Wonder Fist. That way we can get all the perks that we want. Mainly Vulturate, because I want to show you how good it is with the ice staff. But to be safe, we are going to use a self revive. Oh my goodness, my luck is insane. I just dug up a dig site and I got quick revive. I've heard a lot of people say they don't know where to train in this map, which I find crazy. I feel like this map is full of places to train on, and this might be one of my favorites to train. potentially in all of zombies, depending on how good this is as a high round training spot. Like, I haven't got past round 35 on this map yet because I've just been doing the Easter egg, but this area, at least to just pass the early rounds, at least until round 40, is really fun. And we finally have 5,000 salvage. I'm so mad that I went down ways to salvage, and I can't find the SAM trials anywhere, so we're kind of on our own when it comes to salvage, especially because I'm gonna do something probably that's not a good idea. I'm gonna switch to napalm burst, and then I'm gonna come up here. Oh, that's a mimic. Okay, donuts, that's a mimic. Don't get the mimic. We're gonna see if we can't buy some dead shot. Good for some more damage. And now that we have kind of the base perks that I want, we're gonna see about a free perk Easter egg by lighting all of these cauldrons at the edge of this room here, and we're gonna save ourselves with an ice staff. Never mind, we're just gonna grab it. It's death perception. That's okay. You know, I guess I would have taken Vulturate instead, but that's perfectly fine. I think I'm just missing Vulturate now that I think about, oh, an elemental pop. Those are the two things that I would love to have. Let's go see if there's anything I'd want. A whole bunch of Molotovs. I know you can light them with Molotovs too, but I just didn't have any. At least I don't think I had any. And if you are going into the boss fight, there is a max armor right there, so that could be very useful. And we are at the end of round. Ooh, there's two. I think the, oh, okay, well, that was nothing. I think the color of them indicate their rarity, and I think yellow is the highest one, you know, because that's how rarities work. But it's round 25, which means we get the Wonder Fizz. I'm gonna do Vulturade, and then I might do enough for Elemental Pop, but I think this might be the round we go on, depending on how much salvage we get, obviously. And we are going to switch to Dead Wire, both for the boss fight and one final Easter egg. We are going to craft one singular Casimir because that's all the salvage we have. I swear, if we can't complete this Easter egg because of the 1,500 salvage on the down that I spent, I'm going to be so upset. But if you have Dead Wire, and you shoot this generator and then this generator, you'll get a free full power and a free couple points. I think it's like 1,000 points. Now I am going to get what other perk? Elemental Pop, and I think that's it. I don't think I need Melee Macchiato for this. We've got a Casimir, we've got Vulturade, we've got full armor and ammo. We don't have the golden armor yet because I want to do it without it this game, but don't you worry, I'll give you the strats for that. But now I think it's time to initiate this boss fight. I know some people are going to say, Donuts, you need a kill streak, but I don't think that's going to be the meta here. I don't think that's going to be the case. And if you haven't seen this fight yet, allow me to introduce to you the Sentinel Artifact boss fight. Now, there are a few different stages of this boss fight, but each of them works kind of functionally the same. The Sentinel Artifact is clearly lasering anything in its way. You do not want to get in front of that laser. It will stun you. It will leave you open to attacks. There are two different levels, as you can see here. You basically just want to stay on the bottom level for all of this. And I really break the boss fight down into two halves with a final kind of climactic event. So you saw it go up and down, just kind of going across this whole thing. Once it goes up a second time, that's when you're going to need to deal damage to it, and you'll know it by a little sound cue or a change in music, just like that. And then what I like to do is I like to shoot the ice staff underneath me so it protects me from the zombies, and then I like to unload on it with this AK. Oh my goodness. You do not deal damage to it per bullet. You actually have, I think it's called a DPS cap. I'm not super familiar with the phrasing. I don't know if that's just something we made up, but basically you have to do enough damage to it in order for it to count as a chunk of its health. When you successfully do this, as you can see, you take a chunk of its health out and it will split into two different Sentinel artifacts, and it will do the whole spinning attack with two of them and then three of them and then four of them. You see where this is going. So there it goes up one time and that'll slowly go up. You can just continually use your ice staff, and the one augment with Vulturade, which is awesome about this, is the augment that allows you to pick up ammo for the wonder weapon. Oh, and yes, look at that. There's another Casimir. Let's go. Okay, good. So we're up again a second time. We're going to wait till the music changes a little bit. We'll get this charge shot ready. There's that music change. We'll fire the shot down and we'll get going on the Sentinel artifacts. This AK is actually really good. We'll break that. And then I think I want to try going after this one. because we might be able to get another one. Oh my goodness, I've never done that before. Wow. Okay, so you can get 2 in one go with this AK. I'm gonna link you guys. I'm gonna show you guys this 2 max ammos. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this class here for sure. Now this one you might want to get back here for. I don't know. This is getting close to the second half. What you could do is kind of a fun thing. I might throw up gameplay, but we figured out that you can lay down in this middle here with the ice staff and survive. In fact, I might do it when it comes back down again. But do not, I repeat, do not worry about ammo with the ice staff, especially with this vulture aid thing. The ice staff has so much ammo already. Please don't nerf it. It's so fun. But yeah, it comes down here, you lay down, and yeah, there you go. Look at this. We're dodging it. We're dodging it. This is so cool. This Easter egg is so easy. You can do it lying down. And then, like I said, once you get back up here, let's go ahead and do this. Let's reload. Let's get another charge shot ready. Listen for that music cue. And then there's that music cue. We'll do that. We'll flip it around. I don't think it matters which Sentinel artifact. If you're doing co-op, you need to choose the same one. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really tough. Oh, and it becomes immune at this stage. Okay, so now you see how it's, okay, broken down into 2 pieces now. We're going to need to follow this piece, and this is where the real boss encounter begins here, okay? Because this guy sucks. So this guy with the orange Sentinel artifact, please don't do that. Apparently he does extra damage to you, like a crazy amount of damage to you. The regular zombie, it's whatever, you know? Oh, are we gonna kill him? We might kill him. Okay, this amalgam needs to die. So you can see we're killing this zombie. And then as soon as we kill it, we can damage the Sentinel artifact just like so. I'm just going to do this because why not? Okay, that might have been a waste of an Ether Shroud. That's okay though. But now you see how it's splitting into two of these guys. Now both of these guys are going to turn into a zombie, and that blue one is a fake. It's a fake Sentinel artifact, so you don't need it. So that Doppelgast right there, that's what's killing everybody in one shot. Stay away from that guy as much as you can. Try to train around these corners, charge up this guy. Don't bother with your regular weapon. Oh, there's a good Casimir that I might get here. Just keep an eye on that guy. I do really highly recommend using health bars for this, because this does quite a bit of damage, but it's always really good to know because timing is going to be very, very important for this. There he is. He's almost dead. We got a couple more charge shots. Donuts go. Oh, let's okay. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. There you go. And I think this one might do it. Let's do that. Let's see. That kills him. Very good. And you can do it from a distance so that this Doppelgast doesn't kill you. Now you do want to watch out for the second zombie. This guy will kill you. He'll kill you when you're shooting that thing. That's bad. It's tough. So hopefully that'll let him die. Beautiful. And I would highly recommend paying attention to where, oh boy, where the spinning things are, the spinning Sentinel artifacts, because oh boy, they're both there. Okay, go. It's really not as bad as you think it is, right? This is now gonna be a Doppelgast or an amalgam or something with the Sentinel artifact on. Actually, no, it's a mimic, and we do have another charge or a charge of Ether Shroud, so that's really good. That'll really protect us. And it looks like this guy's almost dead. Sweet. Oh, you're stuck, Donuts. Okay, he's dead now. Switch. Go. Oh, it's so tense. This AK's a beast. This AK's insane. But now that we've got that done, let's shield up here, armor up here. You can tell I'm not really taking damage. It's not really like a overwhelming fight where like, oh my goodness, Terminus, you're being hit from 87 different ways. It's more of a strategic fight. And this might be a good time to go to the center. Never mind, that guy one-shots you. Go. You want to go to the center and pick up the max ammo if you need a max ammo in the first place, only when the artifacts are like on the second level like they are now. It's a lot of things to juggle, but I am absolutely in love with this boss fight. It's simple, and yeah, people are like, oh, it's just a Sentinel artifact, but man, it's so stressful. It's so tense. I love it so much, and this ice staff it feels so good. And you can see this is the amalgam. This is the final little mini boss here. The amalgam is going to, oh donuts. It's gonna be tough. You gotta be patient. You can't just spam damage on this guy. Like I said, it's more of a strategic boss, and I think Okay, that amalgam almost dead. You just got to keep an eye on it, so that way when it does eventually die, you're close by to where you can punish the sentinel artifact and deal enough damage to it, which we're getting really close. It might even be this one. Maybe next one. It'll be this one. Let's go, donuts. Let's go. Let's do it. Make sure we're clear. I'm just going to Ether Shroud because we need to. And then there you go. Like I'm saying, this AK is a beast. And now these guys should go away. No, he's not. He's not going away. That's okay. He's almost dead. Let's go ahead. Now, final little boss encounter. This is basically, you've done it. This is basically done. Okay, so what you need to do, these Sentinel artifacts are going to bind their power together, and the main Sentinel artifact is going to try to open this door. I'm shaking right now. It's so scary. And then once the Sentinel artifact is there, you want to shoot down an Ice Staff Blast just like everything else, and now it's going to take damage just like a regular boss would. And so now we just need to spam here. What I like to do, once I need to reload, I'll throw a Casimir on the ground. Hopefully it activates, which it didn't this time because it's dumb. We'll do that. We'll deal some more damage. You might not be able to notice, and I'll do it in this guide, but there are artifacts like coming from this little, I can't believe we did that. That's so good. The artifacts will move up here. If all of them move up there, you basically lose. It's crazy. That was so much fun. Okay. And then you come down here, you collect artifact, and you did it. And you did it. This is my third solo completion. I really truly believe in the strategy that we are utilizing, going training in that circle, having patience. It's really a fun boss fight. I love the strategy of it. This is a great challenge map. This is everything I expected it to be. Now, we'll talk about the ending cutscene on my podcast, which you guys have absolutely loved. But of course, if you continue, you will get a Perkaholic, you'll get all the bonus points, and the usual legendary tools, triple pack-a-punch stuff. And you don't know how lucky I am this didn't happen during our Easter egg. Long story short, this map is what I expected. It's not the best map of Black Ops 6, but there is a ton of fun to be had here. And if you want to see us figure out the Easter egg live with you beautiful people all helping us through, be sure to check out this video and stay beautiful.